Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your host, Sensei AK. I'm back again with another episode. Not my co-host, but I'm with
JRK, man. What's good?
I'm living. How you living?
I'm good, man.
I got sent the Lil Wayne album the other day, and it hurts when you recognize that your GOAT isn't the GOAT that they once were.
Yeah.
It feels like time has been slipping. Because if I was to name y'all my top three artists, it would have been Lil Wayne, Lil Tucci, and Lil Wayne X2, right? And it hurts watching the fact that folks will have to look back on this period and be like, hey, this was him. This is how he was running. And not even to mention, I hate showing people my favorite artists and telling them, hey, Lil Wayne is one of my GOATs. And they're like, this Lil Wayne? This Sucker for Pain Lil Wayne? Yeah. This new album Lil Wayne? And I just...
3 dreads in his head? It's bad, bro.
3 braids in his... What are we talking about?
He has 3 dreads in his head. Two-string Lil Wayne was the greatest of all time, bro.
When was that?
What was that, Carter 3, Carter 4?
Ah, okay. Did you get a chance to listen to it, or did you want to?
It was terrible.
Here? Oh, you heard it? You heard it?
Yeah, I listened to all of it. It was bad.
And you know what hurts me the most? Because you could feel that he still has it.
Yeah.
There's still runs that he gets on, and you're like, okay, he's here. This is the Carter 2, Carter 3 greatness, and then it's just...
The problem is he mass produces music, but keeps it to himself.
What do you mean?
Because he has over, what was the interview that he just did? He has over 2 million songs just in the vault.
Oh, he's one of the...
never release. And it's like, how many songs does he have from that Carter 3 to Carter 4 run that he's just never dropped?
That is fair.
And that will never come out.
That can't come out.
And it's not like Drake or these other artists that will leak their songs just to leak them. He'll keep them all to himself. So you'll never hear an unreleased Lil Wayne song that was just absolute heat. Yeah, he definitely has some stuff in the vault that's like, this is hard.
It's one of those things where when you are listening to a new artist's new work, I feel like when it gets to music, there's only a certain amount of time that your music works, and then once you start getting 10 years, 15 years removed from your greatest point, it sounds absolutely insane.
So Drake is gonna have that type of fall off?
That's why I don't blame him for actively running with the trends and actively trying to get the new artists and stuff of that nature, because it's like, as long as I keep it to this, at least as long as it sounds all right, you could play the song through and you could forget that you listen to music, he'll always have a space in music history. Especially since he has been able to change the type of music he's making over a long strain of time. Like, he went from Loverboy to These Women Don't Care About Me to I'm Just Egregiously Rich to I'm gonna start making Latin music to I'm gonna start making rock randomly. So it's
EDM music too. House
music. It's fresh.
Yeah.
It's even though the house music is pretty it's something new that you can hang on to and move along with it. And you're still gonna have those different clips of him being... You're still going to have these separate clips of him being so personable that you're like, you know what? I guess I'll go listen to a new album of his. Or, you know what? I saw him on whoever the fuck stream. And, I might as well jump and listen back to at least the old stuff.
Yeah, facts.
So it becomes harder to dispel of an artist when they're able to change with the times to begin with.
In terms of NBA, where's Lil Wayne right now?
Lil Wayne NBA terms. Ooh. Vince Carter on the return. Yeah. Because
that's crazy.
You know what? Hold on. Let me pull up, because I was looking at some NBA players. Hold on. Let's look at
Kevin Garnett on the Nets.
Allen Iverson back on the 76ers.
Oh, that was after the Grizzlies, wasn't it?
No. That was before. That was a year before the Grizzlies.
Yikes.
That's before. That's a year before when he started to gain a little bit of weight. Yep. But honestly, I find it funny because if you recognize it a lot more with athletes more than anything else.
Yeah.
Like, we've been watching. You've seen the Light My Fire, that song, right? It's been going viral all throughout TikTok, where every single time that song plays, it goes and clips your favorite athletes, and they're just not the same guy. And they've been abusing that with Paul George. And you know what?
He's trash.
We could see if he's there yet. We could really see, because of my rule for being washed, you get 2 seasons. You have 2 washed seasons, and then I'm going to call you watch, and you have 1 more before it's cemented.
But the problem is that the fact of the 2 teams in the finals right now are because of him. It's time to call wash.
Yeah,
it's time to call wash, bro.
Honestly, I don't. This new NBA is wild because all these players are worth so much and they're all heavily valued because of every single player. Well, not every single. Every top player is able to produce numbers that make you think, oh, they can come on my squad and be a killer.
Yeah.
But then they get there and it's not as
Bradley Beal effect. Because, man.
Do you want to know something funny? I knew that one was coming. I saw that one from a mile away. Because anytime a player runs with Russell Westbrook, they get the same stimulus check that a lot of players that...
He was on the Wizards, huh?
When you play with Russell Westbrook, you get a stimulus check. That's not to the extreme level of a Jokic, but you best believe you're gaining an extra 7 to 8 points because he's just existing. Yeah. We can look at James Harden when he was averaging 35, 36 points a game.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was like 37. It was 42 for a couple months, but you get those extra points because there's a way that Russ gets his assists where he's like, you know what? Here's this extra layup. I could have finished it, but let's just give you. I get the assist, you get the 2 points. Nice. Or I'm dribbling down and I just pass it to you for a 3, and you get an extra 3. Nice. I get an assist, you get your little extra points. So watching the way Bradley Beal was playing, and then he got hurt, I said, oh no, this fall is going to be ridiculous.
It's terrible.
It's going to be ridiculous.
It was the video that he did with those kids when he was like, once you get to the league, you can just stay here. And I was like, yeah, he's not working anymore, bro. I know a guy that's going to retire soon when I hear it, bro. Talking about get to the league and just do the same thing. Yeah, he's not trying to play basketball no more, bro. He's trying to provide for his family.
And that's low key. That's actually funny because if you could watch what a player is ready to just
be done,
fade off to the backside. Number 1, they start doing interviews.
Yeah.
They start randomly doing interviews. Number 2, they start doing ads. You're not doing ads if you're trying to win a ring.
Yeah,
you take running ads. Damn near takes 2 weeks of shooting for to be able to do that.
They start a podcast.
Why are you trying to find other ways to make money? They just gave you $40 million. Oh, this is your last $40 million. Okay, I got you.
Getting that back, bro. You should have known. Carmelo started one, retired. I'm just confused why Paul George is still in the league, bro.
Because he still has it. Honestly, for the hoops, honestly, I feel like this is a twofold comment. Number 1, when you're in the league, I've heard when it's time to retire is when a young guy goes and retires you. Mm-hmm. That's number 1. And number 2, with the way that the NBA is set up right now, you don't want that young guy to retire you for one main reason. That will just ruin your legacy. That'll kill your legacy. Because I was thinking about it. What point will Kevin Durant retire? Honestly, once he averages less than 24 points per game, go ahead and hang it up.
Yeah.
Go and hang it up because not my GOAT.
Whoa, because who's going to retire KD?
He can still play.
Yeah, he's still hooping, bro.
He averaged 27 this year.
Yeah.
He's 37 this year. So he'll be 38 by the next calendar, by the time the season starts back up.
Wow.
He still averages. So he can keep going. He can go the Vince Carter route and just average less and less and less points, but it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right.
So by 40, he should just be done?
If he's still able to average 25, depending on what team he goes to, that will be the decider.
I think this is what they should do in the league. I need to see Steph Curry, LeBron, and KD go to the Charlotte Hornets and get a ring. Is that crazy?
A little bit. I don't blame you though. I'm not mad at that.
And then all retire at the same time.
I'm not.
That's the happy ending I want to see.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit upset those 3 haven't played together once. That just feels weird that it hasn't happened.
Because you saw what they did in the Olympics.
Oh, for sure.
Now imagine that type of league takeover. They can do it.
They still probably lose, but
who will beat them? You know what? Yeah.
The Indiana Pacers probably beat them. Yeah. Don't let the OKC Thunder see a bunch of 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
Chet is 22. I
saw what Ant did to all my goats, so it's just time at that point, yeah. Forced a retirement on all of them.
Well, fucking Edwards and walk him down Davis on his team. They had Rudy Gobert looking like a superstar. Yeah, no. Go ahead and just wrap it up.
I hate that guy. Absolutely hate Rudy Gobert.
I low-key do.
Because why can't you? What do you do in the offseason to not get a bucket? No, you're 7 foot. You're 7-1. You just had to do this with the ball goes in.
I think what hurts me the most about Rudy Gobert, he's as good offensively right now as he was in 2009 when he first got drafted. You haven't improved at all?
Never. No, never.
You haven't got a drop step?
Yeah, bro. You don't have a bag. Like, you don't have the Shaq spin move bag.
I knew when it was sick when Anthony Edwards literally waved him off. Keep in mind, he was like pulsing up this 6'3" guy.
Chris Paul. You post up Chris Paul and they say, it's good, bro.
He said, no, I have a better shot. Bro said, tweet, it's a 2 defenders and shot. It's
3. The fade away from the elbow. Yeah. And Rudy Gobert's like this. Yeah, bro, it's okay. Who was that against? That was recently, too. That was against OKC, wasn't it? When he had like 40? Yeah, bro, we're not serious. Mm-hmm. Alex Caruso's backing him down. Yeah, we're not serious, bro.
So I definitely don't blame it. Is there any NFL players that how do you know when an NFL player that it's just time to hang it up?
When they become the cover of Madden.
Really?
That's when it's done. Yeah.
What is? I don't know the Madden.
Every running back that's been on the cover of Madden has been put into early retirement. You saw what happened to Christian McCaffrey this year, right?
Yeah.
On the cover, ACL gone. He's never been hurt before. Gone. Saquon, you're next. I'm not going to lie. They put him on the cover. I won't be surprised if he gets hurt. And mind you, Saquon's only ever been hurt. This year on the Eagles, I don't know what happened. He went for 2,000 yards. Perfect.
You know what was funny? I don't watch football like that. And I know Saquon
was going crazy. Yeah.
Honestly, the only time when I recognize it's time for a player to hang it up is quarterbacks and wide receivers. Those are the only times that you can like visibly see. I think that's enough for you.
Yeah.
And the main one that comes to mind, Julio Jones. I remember watching Julio Jones.
Not too much on my go.
Until when they picked him up to go to the play for the Buccaneers, I was confused. I thought Brady would be able to use him, do some things here and there, but my brother in Christ, one jab, they are literally right in front of him and stiffed the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Because Julio was just a bully. He was big and strong. And like other corners weren't big and strong. But now these corners
how tall is Julio?
I think he's like 6'4", 250. He was the first DK Metcalf.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But now corners are also DK Metcalf. So it's just like that's not going to work anymore, bro. So yeah, that's why he got forced into retirement.
And not even to mention they're 6'4", 250 just like him, but now they're 22.
Yeah, literally. They're 22. He's 36? So yeah, it's clipped.
Because I couldn't even imagine, especially being an athlete, and it's like, damn, I'm 36. I got 2 kids. 3-4 mortgages. I have to wake up at 6 a.m. to start getting ready for the season. And there's this 19-year-old that genuinely wants to be where I'm at. Yeah. I don't need it. I do not.
There was a college receiver that was 17 years old cooking college football.
I saw that stuff too. I'm like, bro, you are underage. Why are you? How is he here? You can reclassify up?
No, he graduated high school early. He was supposed to be a senior in high school his freshman year in college. Yeah.
And he still put up stats?
And he was going stupid.
Is he looking like he's going to be one of them?
He's going to the league easily, yeah. He'll be a first-round draft pick easily. Damn. He might be top 10, top 5. Yeah, top 5.
Interesting.
And there's 2 of them. One's at Alabama. Jeremiah Smith is at Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith, literally, they're calling him right now the greatest college wide receiver of all time.
At 17?
No, he's 18. He's only 18. Had 1 season.
Oh my God! Yeah. So he was 17 when he was doing that shit.
No, he was 18. He was 18.
He's 18. Okay.
He's a true freshman. Like,
oh my!
That was his first year of college. He didn't graduate early.
Do wide receivers don't look good their first year, right?
Not that good.
Yeah,
not that good. Yeah.
Because of
it's an anomaly.
Wasn't Jeddah's like really good his sophomore junior year? That's when he really took off.
Yeah. His junior senior year, because I think he said the extra year.
Interesting.
Yeah. No one's ever just that good their freshman year. Especially on a team like Ohio State playing the biggest and baddest teams in college football. Yeah, he's like that.
Why is it so difficult?
Because other teams are just as good. Like they're in the Big Ten.
Are they used to just like feeding on those trash teams?
Yeah, like Minnesota will play St. Thomas. It's easy money. But like they're playing Oregon. They're playing Notre Dame. Who else? They're playing Texas, and he's eating. Damn. These are big schools that are just like, you're not gonna eat on me, and he's eating. It's frightening. For sure, it's frightening.
Fair enough. Real quick, I want to talk to you about Shedeur Sanders. How did that happen?
Racism.
And
that's the only answer I have.
I was looking at it, and one of the reasons why I personally don't like football, I feel like they're very good at keeping their players broke because of if they were rich, a lot of the nonsense that they're able to pull just it falls on deaf ears because it's like, what do you mean you're just not gonna pay me? There's no guaranteed contracts. That's crazy.
I think there's a dude on the Browns. No, he's on the Bengals. First round draft pick number 17.
I saw that. Mm-hmm.
He's just not gonna play.
Why?
To the point where I don't know if he can do this because he declared for the draft, but he's eligible to be drafted next season.
Oh, so he's gonna like reclassify, say,
pretty much. So I don't know if he can go back to college, but he's not playing this year unless he gets paid.
How good is he?
He's first round draft round draft pick number 17. Damn. So you're supposed to make like an extra $50 million just being first round.
And that's why I was like, that's why would they even try and do that to Sanders?
Yeah.
Because of now they have a guy that's legitimately he's gonna start. He's gonna start at least halfway through the season at least. Because they don't want to pay Watson, and those two white boys don't look like they.
Yeah, Joe Flacco is a locker room guy that's been in the Super Bowl a few times. That he just wants to. They're gonna raise him up, raise up whoever the starter is. Kenny Pickett is not playing a down of football unless it's preseason. Dylan Gabriel is the worst quarterback in that draft. He actually sucks at football. Yeah, don't get me mad. Oh, there's two quarterbacks that have been drafted back-to-back years that I think are terrible QBs. And one of them's on the Vikings. I don't like that guy, J.J. McCarthy. Yeah, he's trash.
He worries me too, but we can get to that another time, bro. I'm out here. I'm watching it. I'm like, so you're telling me he's going to play this rookie contract out. They're only going to pay him like maybe $1-2 million at most. And then he's going to sign for like, what, $8 million? Because that's all he can sign because he was such a far down pick.
Unless he somehow gets the number one QB spot and just snaps, which he should do. Because he's not a bad quarterback.
But can that – my thing is – isn't there like rules sets against how much you could pay a certain player?
His rookie year, yes.
Okay.
Because of Sam Bradford in like 2008.
Okay.
They paid him like he was a 4-year vet.
Oh.
Stupid money. And then just didn't play. Didn't perform. And they made a rule where like, yeah, we're not paying rookies this much ever again because what do you mean I just drafted you and gave you all this money and you're just not going to play football?
You're very all right at best.
Yeah, literally. Okay. So that's a rule now. But there's a way he can move up in the depth chart and play. Like either injuries happen or he's just the better guy.
Oh, no. I'm more so talking about even if he was to play, start, and go crazy. Kind of like, who's the guy that's on the 49ers?
Brock Purdy?
And he just got a big contract.
Yeah. Your rookie deal is 4 years. So you have 4 years till you can actually get paid. That second contract's all you need in football. Once you get that second contract, you're lit. I mean, even if you don't get the second contract, you still make millions. So,
because my whole thing that sounds so scary to me, especially when it's like, damn, I was supposed to be the second draft pick because I made the number one person the number one draft pick. But we can have that different conversation another time. Yeah.
He should have been top 3, top 5.
But now I'm waiting 4 years of my prime, getting hit like a mug
to get paid the money I deserved the first day I got here. Yeah, it's crazy.
And I bet they don't give him the money straight away.
And it's literally all because of his dad, which is funny. And I say it's racism because Eli Manning did it, Peyton Manning did it, and Arch Manning at Texas is going to do the same exact thing. Brother. And they're all going to get paid.
I was talking to a guy down in Texas, and he was like, yeah, I can't wait for that guy to get injured. Not Archie Manning, the person that was playing ahead of him. He's like, oh, I can't wait.
Quinn Ewers,
Bro got injured, and everyone was celebrating. Motherfuckers have his jersey. Keep in mind, he hasn't played a snap yet.
And they're joking because I'm hook him till I die. Quinn Ewers was nice, bro. They were just hating.
He was really nice.
They were hating. Drafted? He was on the cover. He was like Shador too. He got drafted, I think, round 6, which is crazy to the Dolphins. Yeah, it's bad. Because
wasn't Longhorns they're pretty good this year, right?
They were great. But Quinn Ewers was looking like Sam Darnold when it was showtime. Lights were bright. He was getting creased. But they also played the state or the national champions, so that doesn't help.
That's fair. Oh, it's worrisome. It's definitely worrisome. Is Devontae Adams ass?
He's just old. Like, it's one of those he might have to retire.
And that's what I was going to talk about.
He just might have to retire.
I was about to talk about next.
This is probably his last actual season.
Because I watched him on the Jets. I said, I thought you were still a top 3 wide receiver. Yeah. Like, I thought it was Jettas, Jamar Chase, a big gap, and then Devontae Adams.
Nah, Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill's still that guy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So just Tua's body just...
Yeah, CT has a crazy way of making 2 different teammates on here. Yeah, because he was joking.
Bro, I remember my guy, I was playing fantasy, and one of my guys gets him, and he's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm going to blow y'all out, da-da-da-da. And tell me why Tyreek couldn't get more than 8 points.
Nah, he had like 3 quarterbacks last season, and they were all bad. So, and then his quarterback came back in the middle of the season just to leave. Yeah, that's his problem though. Mm-hmm. You have this many babies. This is what happens. You got to pay more money for child support. You should have stayed on the Chiefs where you were getting rings, because the Chiefs have them this year against the Eagles. It's a different story. That's still true. Lose. They still lose, but it looks way closer than it did.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's
Adams,
fair.
He has one more season and he's washed.
Damn, that is so worrisome. And then last but not least, I'm gonna talk about our Vikings. How you think they're gonna do?
I don't like them. I just don't like the quarterback they have. The team is gonna be great. They have the best, in my opinion. They probably have the best 1-2 punch for receivers in the whole league. Jordan Addison could be a wide receiver 1 on any other team in the league except for this one, because Jefferson is the best receiver in the league.
Interesting.
Yeah. They're going to be great. Defense is great. They'll be fine. I just don't trust that quarterback position, bro.
I also worry about our quarterback for a couple of reasons. Number one, it feels like we're going to give Justin Jefferson an out, because it's like you only have a guy that y'all think is good.
Yeah.
He's a game manager. That's a very tricky situation.
He was a game manager in college.
How? That's insane.
They had the best running backs in the draft.
Y'all drafted a guy that was handing the ball to, and we don't even have a running back to even.
I was just arguing with one of my homeboys about this yesterday. Bowling Green.
Okay.
They're in the MAC conference in college football.
Where's that?
They play teams like NIU, Buffalo.
Okay, yeah.
So not like the greatest or hardest teams. He threw 3 picks against them.
Oh, that's not good.
Like, that's the U of M quarterback throwing 3 picks against St. Thomas. Why are you doing that?
That's not good. Why are you doing that? Really not good.
Like, it's fade ball every time touchdown, but you throw 3 picks.
Oh my God.
You're not serious.
Y'all have a bunch of top 10 wide receivers.
And being a game manager in college football is crazy. Because you think of Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold at USC. Who else? Who is a game manager? Some call Jalen Hurts a game manager, which I think is crazy. But all of them were hooping in college. Easily. Heisman. You mean to tell me you were just a regular quarterback in college and somehow get drafted?
I think that's damn near impossible for a couple reasons. One, it is really hard for the team not to just fall back on the quarterback because of they're running the same out routes. Yeah. They're running the same goal balls. Yeah. Do you know why they're running goal balls? Because you have all-time wide receivers on your team. So the fact that you still have to hand the ball back, that's not good. That is not good.
And people be like, oh, he won a national championship. That's fine. His running backs did that, not him.
Yeah, no, that's true.
They had a 1-2 punch at running back, which is crazy to have in college.
Having 2 good running backs?
Bro, yes.
That is really not good.
Like, no, bro.
Because that's damn near you need both of them, because one of their legs are being tired because they're using them too much.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you had Ashton, whereas you might have an all-timer on your hands.
No, literally, yeah.
It was too regular.
And they had John Harbaugh, the coach for the Chargers, who was just a great coach all around. I just don't see how I don't know. He might be Sam Darnold in the sense they might go 14-2 again, but be first round exits, which would be 3 years in a row. I don't like that for the Vikings. They should win a chip. They should have won it last year.
Yeah.
Should have easily won it last year.
I definitely agree. All right, and one more thing I'll talk about being watched. Who was your favorite player that you watched that you wish they gave up earlier in either sport?
Whoa, that's tough. In either sport, I don't think I had one in football. All my favorite players retired at the same spot. Oh, I lied. Tim Tebow.
Why?
He should have never left the Broncos.
How
when he started going to the Jets and the Jaguars and the Steelers,
Rainbow,
retired.
Do they have that type of negativity view in NFL like they do in NBA when you become a Rainbow man?
Yeah. Mike Vick.
Jesus.
He did jokes. He should have just retired after the Eagles.
But I think he had a different situation. They made sure to not keep him around.
Yeah, he needed to get a little more pape too. He missed a couple years of his life. Deshaun Jackson. When he went from the Eagles to I think the Cowboys. No, not the Cowboys. From the Eagles to the Redskins, back to the Eagles. And then to the Ravens. That's too many teams, bro.
Nah, don't blame me.
Should have just retired off the Eagles. I think that's it. Oh, Odell should retire. It's time.
He's still in the league?
Yeah, it's time. He's a free agent right now.
Still in the league.
Someone's gonna pick him up, but he should be done.
Is he like? Do the NFL have the players where they keep them on their team just to teach the young guy?
Pretty much.
Okay.
But
Because if that's his role, I mean, I guess you could do that, but
Odell can't be a big bro to nobody. I'm not taking him serious because he's still a little bro.
Like, that's how still partying. You still, yeah.
You got like you just got into the league. You're 30 years old, bro. Yeah, it's time to lock in.
That's fair. My one player that I wish just retired a little bit earlier was Kobe Bean Bryant. It hurts me so much to watch him continuously average 13 to 17, 20 points one year, but it wasn't even. I wish
free throw 20.
I wish he would have retired back in 2012.
Yeah,
get your ring and walk away. Fine, you get one more year. Retire at the 2013-2014 season, right after that one. Do you know why? Because you got hurt. Once you get hurt, once you get a major injury and you get one more season back and you still not moving like that, give it up. It's you got to move away because of then it starts to hurt the legacy so much. And it's like, I get it. You want to continue living the life that literally created the life that you are living at this exact moment. But I can't stand it. I cannot keep watching it.
And they'll look and say Kobe's not top 5, and it hurts my heart.
Because how am I supposed to argue that? How am I supposed to argue?
To me, he's the greatest, but like he averages most turnovers all time, doesn't he? And then lowest field goal percentage too.
What do you mean?
Like for shots taken, he has the lowest field goal percentage. Or something like that. Some stat that he has, it's like he just looks trash, bro.
Okay. It might be he has a high turnover, but that's more so contingent on the fact that he played so long. Yeah. So he might have racked up that way. He has the most shots, I think. He has one of the most shots. That is true. He does have a lot of shots. But my whole thing is watching farewell tours hurts my heart because Paul Pierce had his Paul Pierce had his farewell tour, and I'm like, no, I can't watch you parade yourself city by city, getting 20 points on 30, 27, 14 splits. I can't. I can't.
And Draymond's looking at you saying, you're not Kobe, bro, just retire. Whoa. Draymond's telling you that it's time to hang it up, bro. I can't lie.
And you were a superstar. Nah, I can't. I
would say, okay, if that's, I would say Melo then too.
Melo hurt me because once he got traded to OKC, I still thought he had something in him. But nah, it was bad. They started putting him at the 4, and they started putting him at the 5, and I'm like, no.
Talking about he's not the real Melo, it's LaMelo Ball. How do you get your name stolen and your number?
He started doing cash in and shoots. He was just a cash and shooter for like a year and a half. I said, that's not my Melo.
D-Wade.
D-Wade on the Cavs were crazy. Oh my God.
One, Isaiah Thomas. After that Celtics run, it should have been done from there. Because you were never going to do that again.
The year he averaged like 30.
It was kind of like Lamar Jackson where like they thought, okay, these first 2 seasons we don't have him figured out. We figured him out now, and he's still the greatest. Isaiah Thomas thought he was that guy. Nah, bro. They figured you out. Put a big guard on you was cooked. It's really cooked after that, bro.
Nah, it hurts me how simple the game of basketball is because it definitely can't just boil down to that. Because of you know what? I take that back. My number 1 position, Russell Westbrook. It's been Russell. Watching Russ like try to continue the trip dub, the superstar, like the still being like the face of a team. I can't do it.
He has a few more years, bro. Trust.
No, he can still play.
Nah, that's delusion talking.
But averaging 11 points, that's not my trip dub king. That's not my MVP.
Yeah, that's fried.
Because of when they took him off the bench, off the Lakers, just having him play off the bench, and they were still frying him. The city was still. I'll never forgive LA for what they did because that was the beginning of the end. That was the moment I said, yeah, he's cooked because he just came off of averaging like 23, 12, and 12 on the Wizards, and then he's just cooked.
Man, life is crazy. Wow,
it's a sick game. It's a sick game. But I want to talk about sex, and I won't talk about the image of it Over. One thing that has been polluting my timeline recently was Sydney Sweeney selling her bathwater soap. Soap made out of her quote-unquote bathwater.
With the hole in it.
Yes, with the hole. That is insane. Because number one, you're getting less soap. That's cheating me. Why are you cheating me? And number two, I truly wonder who is going to purchase these pieces of
Goons.
soap.
The Gooners. That's really like, what do you mean? Who's gonna buy it? The Gooners, bro.
The people that want to goon to her.
Yes, that's nasty work. Her marketing team, oh my gosh, they're making bread.
Bro, honestly, I feel like stuff like that worries me because of one, why would you? I don't even want to. You know what? No. I don't even want to say stoop low. I don't even want to do that. I'm more so talking about why are you so? Why do you need this money right now? Why are you going out your way to run these type of gags at this moment to make her quick M or 2M, 5Ms?
Because this is my hot take. She's not a good actress. The bag is, she's at the Jerry Rice stage of her career on the Seahawks.
Okay.
She's not a good actress. She never was. She wasn't even top 5 on her own show.
So I'm kind of in agreement with she's not the greatest of an actor, but it's more so I don't think she's in roles where her acting chops actually shows up. Like the majority of the stuff that I've seen her in, she's just bad, just bad. And sure, that could carry it, but I want to sit here and try to put her in the conversation of being the it girl like I would with Zendaya or even a Zoe Kravitz when she was first starting out. So it's kind of I don't know.
She's just not a good actress. That's really what it boils down to. Because she would be put in roles if she was actually like talented at those things.
But the thing is, she is getting some roles right now. She's about to get a biopic of she's about to get a biopic of a lesbian boxer that she came out and it was like a really big thing, and she was like one of them. I think it was in the 70s or 80s. So she will have chances to be able to show off her acting chops. But I want to talk about what is it about sex selling to such an egregious amount that people are willing, not even so much willing, people are susceptible to wanting to buy sex. Because I feel like this is just, it's freaky. This is just, it's freak in nature.
No, it is nasty. It's
imagine your homeboy throws a party, you go into the bathroom to wash your hands and just see the thing.
We wouldn't be friends anymore. We would fight because why did you buy it? There's no reason you can give me that you bought the soap other than you're a freak and you're nasty.
I'm interested on how expensive is it? Because is it going to be like one of those collectible things? Is it going to be a thing where a whole bunch of people are going to buy it immediately, then resell it to the highest bidder?
It's like even a meme of buying it is insane. Like it's not funny. That's genuinely gross. Like what do you mean you bought so much bathwater?
I'm sitting here. I'm like, wait, so you're telling me you're going to get this dirty soap and rub it on yourself and be more dirty?
What do you like? Contains contents of her bathwater. Whole time it's not even her bathwater. They put somebody random in the bag. Yeah, bro.
I'm really interested to see if they're actually. I'm really interested to see if someone is going to buy it, test it, and check how much is really connected to a human DNA. How much DNA is in this soap? Because I remember when I think it was Bella Delphine.
She did the same thing. Yeah.
Yep. Bought it, and someone checked it, and it turned out they didn't have
nothing.
Because that sounds illegal to me. That sounds
it's a lawsuit, but yeah, you're false advertising. Was it false call? Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a tech, bro.
And you know what's crazy? I feel like the people that buy it, I hope they collect this database of everyone that buys it, so they're able to stay away from
all in that buy. Yeah. I feel like if you buy it, automatic restraining order, you should be put in jail. Because you're just creepy, like.
And my whole thing is, I always think, we don't know who's freaked out. You can never tell who's freaked out.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to hiding freakiness, that is a number one priority with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because if I found out you're freaked out, I don't think I could interact.
Can't be around you.
That's a bad look for everyone involved. God forbid everybody finds out that you freaked out.
Oh, yeah.
How am I supposed to answer for your sins? I'm not Jesus. I can't wipe them away.
Amen.
That's not me.
Amen. That's not up to me, bro.
So I always wanted to figure out what is this disconnect between the people and the celebrity that's gotten to this far. Because I don't want to feel like I'm dragging it, but I feel like there's been this extreme increase of freakiness that's been going on recently. Have you been feeling it?
Men don't know how to talk to women.
Really?
That's the biggest part. Yeah.
Okay. How come?
They're not because they just don't practice it. They just porn has killed. If we go there, porn has killed the male mind of what female interactions are supposed to look like.
That's fair. Yeah.
Simply because it's like, oh, I watched this video. This is how it's supposed to go. If it doesn't go this way, it's the woman's fault.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's how you get interactions of buying soap, because it's like, oh, I can get the woman without actually having the woman.
Yeah.
And that's insane. Because who raised you to think that? You have a loving mom at home, and you've never seen your dad interact with your mom that way.
Fuck the bullshit. You don't have the sense to be like, okay, I don't think I should treat a human this way. Yeah, I don't think I should look at a human like this.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because like, if you see someone, the first thing you're thinking about is just them naked. I feel like that's such a disconnect on how you should be viewing people to begin with. Because I personally don't think you could treat someone like a human if in the back of your head you're trying to fuck them. Like you're trying to crack. And if that's like the basis, that's the stepping points of the interaction to begin with, because you're only thinking about ways to get them to crack.
And I think we just see too many bad women.
Yeah, that's fair.
What was the quote? Our ancestors saw probably 2 or 3 of their whole lifetime. You could see 2 or 3 in 10 minutes. Yeah. So you just think, oh, every bad girl I say I have to talk to. No, you can actually just be friends with people.
I've been thinking about how social media is kind of forcing us to be baddies, and it's scaring me, right? Because I have noticed it stems from the idea of pretty privilege, where people want to interact with pretty people and beautiful people because they believe that if you're beautiful, you are just inherently good. It comes from Thomas Aquinas, where he started the idea to begin with, right? And I'm sitting back and I'm realizing I'm changing parts of myself. If it's the sense of like investing more into skincare or like hair care or like going to the gym more frequently, I'm recognizing parts of my life are improving. Yeah. The more minuscule aspects of my life have started to jump up. If it's more so people are holding the door more frequently while I'm walking past, people are waving to me more frequently, things of that nature. And it's like, okay, now that is being reinforced, that is a good thing to be beautiful. How can I be able to exist in this world without overemphasizing that idea to begin with? That just sounds scary. That sounds scary.
Rephrase that.
If focusing on beauty is changing my life for the better, what's stopping me from over investing on the idea of trying to become beautiful?
I feel like it's not even over investing. You should just want to look good and feel good.
Okay.
Like, not the whole I'm beautiful in my skin. Like, no, you should actively strive to show that your body is a temple. No matter what you believe. Like, at the end of the day, even if you don't believe in God, Jesus, whatever it is, cool. Your body came from somewhere. And everywhere points to like it came from a creator of something. You should want to use that body that you have to be beautiful and to show it off as a temple. And to not do that is actually like a waste of like your time and everyone else's time. Because what do you mean you don't want to look good and feel good? Everyone wants to look good and feel good. And the fact that you have the ability to, you should actually go and invest in yourself. I don't even think it's ever an overinvestment unless you're doing stuff like steroids or surgery to do that.
Okay, yeah.
It's like everyone has the time to make your body work.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everyone does.
And the more that I even look, the more I even think about it, right? I feel like, especially on apps like TikTok, Instagram, things of that nature, you are more likely to platform someone that is beautiful. Yeah. And that will be dangerous in the long term because of we're platforming the look more than the actual substance of the character, right? And now that's how we get where people are being paid to say things, right? Yeah. Where this isn't even what they truly believe. This isn't their idea to even begin with, but it's like, okay, I know as long as I have this pretty face, this beautiful body, I can at least put money into that, and that will push my algorithm higher than everybody else's. Yeah. And that sounds worrisome to me to begin with.
I think it's just an American problem, though. Well, yeah. I was talking to my homeboy. He had a professor that lived in Sweden. Everyone is treated the exact same. Granted, it is only like a white space or a European space, but like everyone's treated the same. Like there is no construct of anything except for skinny people, fit people, and then fat people. Okay. Like even that, there's not a lot of fat people. That's like the
main cutting point? Okay.
And like that should be the only thing.
Okay.
Like, you should there should be no difference of anybody ever. Everyone should be treated the exact same. That's just a problem here though, because it's so diverse here.
Yeah.
Everyone is just human though, in the eyes of people in Sweden. Granted, they don't have, like I said, different races and it's not as diverse, but like that's how we should live. There should be no difference.
Oh, for
Everyone
sure.
should strive to be doing the exact same thing.
For sure.
No one's greater than anybody. But like we just push that here because niggas are goons. Like at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Honestly, it's difficult trying to stay on task, especially when you are watching media, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's been this overreach of people where they're able to see too much to begin with, and that is changing how their brain is wired, right? And it gets to the point where gooning seems so natural. And being susceptible to gooning ideologies is so easy to fall down the rabbit hole of only looking at beautiful people because of when you're on social media, specifically TikTok, you're able to just mindlessly go, right? And when you're mindlessly going, your body just naturally picks and chooses what to look at. And if you're just constantly seeing badder and badder people, or there's people in the behind the scenes that are actively striving to make you only interact with beautiful and more beautiful people to begin with, that is a problem in the long term.
But that's only a problem here, though, because you look at all these other countries, China, Japan. You look at all these other places. Is that an actual thing? No. Because they have time limits on what you can see on your For You page.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like in China, your For You page is like 5 minutes of whatever you want, and the rest is STEM, science, math.
Okay.
Right? Or even like I was saying in Sweden, how can you goon for someone bad when everyone looks the exact same, doing the same exact thing? Like it's only a problem here because we allow it to be.
Okay,
and
that's
we push for it to be.
That's
but like
fair.
In the real world, like everywhere else, that doesn't happen. Or even some places don't just have access to internet, which I feel like, bro. At least for me, my kids won't have phones or anything until they're in high school. And even then, that might be too much.
Yeah.
Because, like, why are you looking? Like, why are you able to scroll? Like, I have students right now. Why are you able to scroll on your iPhone 16 on TikTok from the time you get out of school, which is like 4 o'clock, until midnight?
Yeah.
I don't even have an iPhone 16. Why do you have one? And what do you mean you just have all the time in the world to scroll on? That shouldn't be okay.
And honestly, I feel like when you are watching social media, right? I feel like there's a actually, let me rephrase that. Let me get my idea in order. Watching social media is very degenerative because of a lot of people are slowly losing their own personality in the way that they look at things. Because it's like I've people hate that I say this, but I feel like the vast majority of people is actively boring. Like there's boring human beings that just like live life going through the motions, just doing their things, but they're able to contribute enough to society where they're not a detriment that I feel like that is okay.
Yeah.
You could do that. That's very fine to just go to work, go home, see your significant other, and just repeat that over and over and over again. That's fine. You don't need to travel nowhere. You don't got to eat no new foods. You don't got to even walk around your community. You don't got to build a community. But that's still just boring.
Yeah.
So having a thing like social media is able to craft what you want yourself to look like to the point where as long as I'm following these certain trends, as long as I'm seeing these certain people, I don't have to think for myself. Like I don't have to go and find what type of music I like or clothing or foods I even want to try to begin with because of as long as I'm looking at what is aesthetic, I could just go down that rat. And not even to mention when it comes to baddies, I feel like people are far more invested in the aesthetic of looking like a baddie than actually being a baddie, and that is very upsetting to me.
Baddies are mean people.
What do you mean?
Like they're just assholes. Like if that's what you are, you're just a mean person because you have no personality.
Yeah.
Your personality is what everyone says it should be, and you have no idea who you actually are. So you just come off as rude and as shy or just annoying. Like no one wants to be around that. Like I went to Atlanta for a conference 2 years ago, I met one of my favorite content creators, just a regular person. I'm like, oh, that's like, he's a cool dude. He was just like a normal person. He was just regular. Why do I expect him to be anything else?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Like if you actually hang out with your favorite influencer, your favorite celebrity, that's the same. They're a boring person. They're a regular person, just like you are. They're just famous.
Yeah.
You know,
they do a thing that people think are cool.
That's cool. Like even like or Kirk Cousins said it best actually. When he was on the Vikings, he's like, I get paid millions to play a game I've played since I was a kid. Like I'm the same person I was when I was 12 years old. Nothing should be different. And that's how it should be. I'm not putting you on a pedestal. You're a person just like I am. You bleed just like I do. Like we just have too much access to social media and to the news and to all these streams of media that we actually forget, like you said, like who we actually are. And it's actually like disturbing. Like why does my third grade student want to be famous? Yeah. Why does he want $1 million? You don't even know how to spell million. What are you actually striving for? It is because you want to be something that the world's telling you are. That's why like I push for like kids shouldn't have phones. But yeah, if you hang out with your favorite social media influencer, they won't be your favorite social media influencer after you hang out with them. It's just not possible.
Interesting. Okay. I feel like that's definitely a double-edged sword, because of finding out that they're cool regular people might be the best thing that could happen, because it grounds to the
young mind. It's like, no, I expect you to be more than this, and you're not. It's like, you're just like me. Why would I treat you any differently? Which is how it should be. Yeah, I shouldn't treat you any differently. So
honestly, I'd be forgetting that majority of social media is like children. Children is the majority of the people that are on social media and platforms, and it shocks me. It shocks me when I'm able to read the emails I get or like the DMs I get, and I'm recognizing, I was like, wait, that says 09 in your bio. Man. Whoa! Whoa! You mean Obama was just the president when you were born? That's insane. So I couldn't even imagine what it's like trying to traverse this landscape to begin with. Oh, that's wild. And the more that I watch social media, the more that I realize it's a detriment if you're trying to be famous off of shock, right? And if you're trying to be famous off of shock, it gets to a point where you are constantly having to one-up yourself. And that's how I found Body Blue.
That was a crazy segue.
Bro.
To watch that happen in real time is crazy.
Have you seen some of her content? Actually, no. I haven't seen. I'm not paid to look at the crazy stuff. Yeah. But have you seen some of the interviews and things of that nature?
I'll see the reels where she'll just pop up. I've been pressing not interested for 2 months now. Somehow it still finds its way through.
So she's recently having a petting zoo where, what is it? Like 200 strangers are pulling up they're pulling up to her, and they're able to do whatever they want to her. Yeah. First of all, don't call it a petting zoo. I've never touched a tiger. So I have never touched an alligator. What are we doing? What are we doing? So I feel like it gets to a point where the performativity is getting too brash. It's getting so insane.
Because at one point, it's just, this is how it always starts. It's just trolling for clicks. Now you actually have to come through on this, which is dangerous for her, because if you're easy access online, what happens when a random stranger sees you walking by yourself?
Speaking of that, I remember I was out in LA. No, I was out in New York, and I saw her, and I didn't know it was her or not. And then I looked. I was like, wait a minute, that is you.
And then whole time, when the cameras are off, that's not who she is.
Fuck no, that's not who she is.
She actually will get scared shitless if she sees a man.
If a motherfucker run up and say,
oh my God. Can I get a picture? No.
Actually, that's fucking
like, no. That's why I'm saying, if you meet your favorite influencer, that's not who that person actually is.
And then, speaking of the scary part, she was walking around with like 2 or 3 of her bodyguards, and I'm like, damn, that doesn't even seem like that many. That was the main thing I was
for who she is. You need more,
because of the type of fans you get are based off of the content you release.
Dangerous.
So I couldn't imagine.
You're breeding dangerous men, really dangerous men.
The type of goon that would want to just do whatever it is that they want to do.
And have you watched the last season of You?
Yeah.
Remember how they just grabbed his girl and put her in the van?
Yeah.
That's how easy it is. Because you're producing this own character. Like, man. Not saying you deserve whatever comes. I don't wish that on you. But you need to stop what you're doing. It's not okay. Like, it's a detriment to obviously yourself, but like every man that watches your stuff, you're producing bad men. You're producing terrible men.
Yeah, and then I feel like it gets to the conversation of like the porn industry and like sex work, because of we are seeing a rise of people doing sex work that don't need to be doing sex work.
Yeah,
and that's what blows me in the most, because I remember I was watching this one OnlyFans model talk about how her life has just done a complete 360. She has to continue doing this OnlyFans stuff because of she's famous. Like she's too big to be able to go anywhere and not be known as the person that was on OnlyFans, sick, right? Bro. Speaking of another, there's a porn star that went back to college, and a porn star went back to college, and her professor asked her to stay after, and then she was like, "Whoa, what are we doing?" And like, that is a crazy situation to get put into.
But it's like, that's what you created. Like, bro, that's what you can't create 2 + 2 and then be mad when someone says 4. That's what, like, you've made that in his mind. That's how reality should be. Should he think that way? Absolutely not.
Oh, keep in mind,
you told him to think that way.
Keep in mind, he wasn't actually trying to do nothing. Like, he was just talking about school. Goodness. Yeah, he was just talking about school. That was just what he was doing. But just the fact that
you're scared out of your mind.
Exactly. Like the fact that was the first thing that you were thinking of is ridiculous. That's crazy.
Sick work.
That's crazy. So as we are moving towards this, like, because I'm not gonna get out here and say sexual liberation is a bad thing. That's not the stance I want to take on it. But I want to be able to see at what point is it too much, and at what point are we gonna recognize what it is? Like what we are doing as a society to be continuously consuming.
It's illegal.
This type of content, because of even speaking on the legality of it, that's super legal. It'll be illegal if they turn off the camera.
Yeah.
That's when that shit's illegal.
But that's why it should be illegal. The fact that a camera click is what makes it fine and not fine, because that's not okay. Because there's no, bro.
Yeah, it's media. It's literally just media.
I am married. Mm-hmm. That hurts.
Yeah.
You be sore.
Yeah.
1,000 men and just you.
Oh, I remember that.
You can't. Too. You have to be on drugs of some sort. And once you're on drugs, it's no longer legal.
Yeah. Yeah. For the 1,000 Man Act, that was such a spectacle. Till this day, I don't think it was real because of just like the numbers. Yeah. Just don't.
It doesn't make sense. It can't make sense.
If each guy was going for 15 minutes, that is your whole day. That is your whole day being put into this.
No, bro. You'd actually be dead. You'd have to die. Like,
that
no,
sounds
that's sick.
Sore. Oh my god.
And then you want to go do it again?
But the thing is, what will you do for money though? You fuck around making an M off
I don't think it's bread. I think she's an industry plant.
Okay.
Where do you come from? Where did you come from? We didn't know you last year or the year before.
But I want to be pretty skeptical on the word industry plant, because there is folks that are like, okay, there's this market for it, and if I have enough money to put the down payments, I just need one well-produced video with one really good rollouts and a couple people promoting it. Because of, keep in mind, just the sentence I'm gonna fuck 1,000 men in one day is viral. That is a viral sentence to begin with. So I couldn't imagine all it takes. Okay, let me jump in a couple of streamers' interviews. Let me jump into a couple of podcasts. Let me jump on the news. Because keep in mind, yeah, she was on the news talking about it. And honestly, I don't have too much of a problem. I don't even have too much of a problem with it, right? Because you're a businesswoman. Get your bread. Do your thing. But I'm sitting back and I'm watching. You're telling me you're actively going out your way to find teenagers. Like that's
demonic.
Literally, you're literally going out your way to find people that are barely legal. Like you're talking about barely legal is your kink. That is what you're looking for. That is ridiculous.
That's demonic.
That's just,
and that's why I think it's an industry plant. Mm-hmm. That's demonic behavior. Where did you come from to do any of these things? Mm-hmm. No one knew you. Mm-hmm. Down payment or not, that's just demonic. Someone put you. That's Satan's plan right there in full effect. For you to coerce young boys into thinking this is the way to live life. Mm-hmm. That is just demonic. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like if I saw her, I would wonder what happened if I poured holy water on her forehead. She would probably melt. That's not a real person. That's actually a demon. It has to be.
I've been looking at motherfuckers talking about this is a succubus.
Is it Jezebel? No, actually, it's a Jezebel. Yeah. Because what do you mean? No, that's your whole thing. You don't do anything else. And it's weird because she could be famous for literally anything else.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, blue eyes in 2025. You're famous.
Yeah.
Do a TikTok dance. You're famous for life.
You could have been dancing for a bit.
But you want to just do dick every day forever. No. That's demon behavior, bro. And that she just does it all the time. Sick work.
Yeah, that's her brand. Yeah,
that's sick work, bro.
That's definitely her brand. Yeah.
And then if you see her in person, that's not a real person. You thought you were tweaking when you were hallucinating. That might not even been her. That was a hologram. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. That's just nasty. And there's two of them. I don't even know the other one's name, but I know there's two of them. There's another one that does the same exact thing she does. They're in competition right now. It's like Tupac versus Biggie of the sex world, and it's her and the other one.
I didn't find it.
I don't remember her name. There's two of them though. There's actually two of them. Pause it.
Yeah.
There's definitely two.
Julia? Is it? And turning a barely legal girl into a woman. Lily Phillips, yes.
Arrested just hours before rival Bonnie Blue. Oh, what was her name? Did I just say?
Lily Phillips. Turning a barely. Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know where Instagram is, but there is two.
That's probably that one.
That's not her. That's a fake account though.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her and that's the bots.
Yeah, that's the bot account. But
yeah, they're all it's all her. That's crazy. They probably deleted her account.
You have to. That's demonic, bro. Like, and you're going band for band like Tupac and Biggie. Whoa. For what? Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, oh my god, it gets to a point. It gets to a point.
And it's that easy to find you.
Oh yeah, no, especially off the social media. So yeah,
I Google Bonnie Blue's competitor and you pop up. Oh gosh. And what happens when you find a 13-year-old curious boy?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Nah, it's nasty work, bro.
No, the internet is very interesting. It's very interesting for a couple of reasons. Honestly, I've been doing a lot of research recently, and I found out that there has been so much use of bottage, far more than I even could have believed. So if you're on Twitter, 1 out of 3 chances, you're not talking to an American. You're not talking to a person. You're literally talking to a bot. You're getting trolled by a bot. It came out that was proof that Russia was actively creating bots to not just influence elections, right? We all know this, but they were actively trying to radicalize people.
Yeah.
Where they would go have this conversation and be like, I'm for abortion, I'm against abortion. And they'll make a whole bunch of memes about it, the most extreme versions. And then they'll release it to a whole bunch of bot chains and they will just post it. Yeah. And it'll just be flooding your timeline. So you're thinking the world is getting a lot more conservative or it's getting a lot more liberal. And it just wasn't real.
Yeah.
And I couldn't imagine getting into a rage-filled argument with someone online because of what is the chance that I'm actually talking to an actual human being.
And then we just go create AI. We're not serious, bro.
Just made it easier to do that. Yeah, bro. So,
like, we can tell the AI videos right now, in 15 years,
Did you see that line I sent you?
Which one?
The line in the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's AI.
Yes, we're cooked.
How did you know it was AI?
I can tell.
How are you able to tell? The only way I was able to figure out that video I sent you was not real was because I went to the comic section and somebody said this is AI, this isn't real, and I said, whoa. Yeah. Keep in mind, I genuinely thought it was real, but I thought it was like off. I had an inkling that it was an AI video, but I wasn't 100% sure. Tell me why I looked at the tail and the tail disappeared. I said, wow, and I didn't even know that because of, guess what's happening when you're on social media to begin with? You are not actively consuming what you're looking at. You're literally just swiping on away. So I couldn't imagine.
My favorite trends right now are the AI videos. That's how you could just. I watch enough of them to be like, okay, yeah, this is fake. Because I think they're funny. But, bro, yeah.
What's some of the ones that you're watching?
The Bible ones.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Bible ones are pretty
Adam
funny.
and Eve or Daniel's and Lion's Den. Yeah. The funniest one is when Jonah be in the stomach of the whale.
Yeah, I saw a couple Nigerians on there. I said the Bible would be pretty funny if it was written by Nigerians. But
man,
that'd be
man. But yeah, that's how I could just notice. But bro, yeah, in 15 years we're finished. Like it's cooked. Like the news ones got me. They're like, we're here. I'm in Louisiana with the floods. By the way, this is a fake video. This is AI. I was, whoa. It fooled me like that? Yeah,
bro,
I don't know.
I saw the octopus rise out of the sea. I said, that looks way too realistic. Yeah. That looks way too accurate.
And this is just the beginning stages.
Like, this is the trash stuff. Like it's
the memes just came out.
Bro, I watched the one video where it was a bunch of different clips talking about, oh no, we're real. This is they think that we're all in some machine. This is all, they're saying this is AI or it's fake or da-da-da-da. And the whole video was just fake. It was just a full fake AI ad.
Oh, the one from Google?
Yeah, just a full on fake. And I was like, stop laughing at me. Stop laughing.
And then one of the videos said, wait till we get good at this. Like, this is why it's crazy to me. There's so many movies that have come out that have said why this is a bad idea.
Have let y'all know about this
and
shit?
Then we just go and do it.
Yeah?
No, bro. iRobot came out 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Will Smith said, don't do this. We go and do it anyway. Yeah, bro. Every Will Smith movie has come to life, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to happen.
That's
like,
fair. Men in Black. I know there's aliens running around. I definitely do.
What, I Am Legend? They're going to create AI zombies to kill us. Yep. We're cooked.
But anything else you want to add?
Nah.
Fair enough. Who do you think is winning the Super Bowl?
This year? The Broncos.
If the Ravens don't do it, I'll be very...
The Ravens won't do it.
They can't do it?
They can't. It's a curse on that team like it is the Vikings. They can't do it. They won't do it. Ray Lewis sold... You got to think that team that did win. The player, or they had art on their thing. He had cancer.
Okay.
He passed away. Yeah, it's bad.
That was the sacrifice because they're talking about? Get the fuck out of
He had 2 more years to live, bro. He died that year.
Oh, wow. That's fair enough, yeah.
Ray Lewis was a murderer. Terrell Suggs with the wrong crowd. Ray Rice was putting hands on his woman. He didn't play after that season. It was a bunch of sacrifices for that team to get that ring. Yeah. Joe Flacco sold his longevity. Yep. It's cooked. I'm not going to lie.
Was Shannon Sharp on that team?
No. Torrey Smith had a brother that passed away that year.
Jesus.
It's a lot of, I don't know. I don't put that stuff in there, but hey, if Tyrese Halliburton is getting the flack that he's getting for being part of that, you got to look into that Ravens squad too, bro. I'm not going to lie.
All right, y'all. We out.